Learning Center at IVMasters.com, and today we're going to look at Test 2, Section 3, Number 9, which reads, the graph of a line in XY plane has slope 2 and contains a point 1, 8. The graph of the second line passes through the points 1, 2, and 2, 1. If the two lines intersect at the point AB, what is the value of A plus B? So, first off, when you're in the form y equals mx plus b, if you notice there, you've got 3 of the 4 things you need for the first line. What's your y? When it says a graph of a line containing xy has a slope of 2 and contains a point 1, 8, your y is 8. Your m is 2, slope is always your m, and your x is 1, plus b. And so 8, 2 times 1, of course, is 2, plus b, subtract your 2 from both sides. You get that your b is 6. So the equation of that line is y equals 2x plus 6. That's typically how you see an equation of a line. You see the x, you see the y, you see those letters, and then you see numbers in place of m and b. That's when it's useful. The second line, we just have to do one more step. Given 2 points, you could figure out the slope, and then you could use either one of those coordinates to plug into y equals mx plus b to solve for your b, and then you're going to have the equation of that line, and then you can do your system of equations. Here it goes. So, remember, given 2 points, the formula for slope, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then, that's m equals. So your m equals, and it doesn't hurt to say x1, y1, x2, y2. So then you've got 1 minus 2 over 2 minus 1, which is going to be negative 1 over 1, which is just negative 1. So your slope is negative 1. So now when you're in y equals mx plus b, in place of your m, you could put negative 1. Now what do you put in place of your y? You could either use either one of those coordinates that you use to find the slope. So in place of y, I'm going to put 2 equals, so I'm using this coordinate. Actually, I'm using this coordinate, my bad. So I'm using the first coordinate. Your y is 2. 2 equals negative 1 times positive 1. Your x there is 1 plus b. And then 2 equals negative 1 plus b. You add your 1 to both sides, you get 3 equals b. So what's the equation of that line? It's y equals, the slope that you found before is negative 1x, or you could just put negative x plus 3. Okay. Now you're ready to do your system of equations. Whenever you see the word intersect, leave yourself a note there to do a system. So since y equals 2x plus 6 and y equals negative 1x plus 3, you can either substitute or eliminate. I would recommend you substitute. In other words, in place of y, essentially you set the equations equal. 2x plus 6 equals negative x plus 3. To keep the x's positive, add x on both sides, you get 3x on the left. Subtract 6 from both sides, you get negative 3 on the right. Divide both sides by 3, and you get x equals negative 1. Now, notice they will say negative 1 is an answer choice. They're probably going to have y as an answer choice there also. Keep in mind, number 1, that it says AB, that's actually xy. So all I've done is solve for x. I need a plus b, which is x plus y. So now I've got to plug into either equation. Which equation would be easier to plug into? I'm going to plug into this one because it'll keep it positive. Y equals negative 1 times negative 1 plus 3. Y equals 1 plus 3. So y equals 4. So when it's asking for x plus y, it's actually negative 1 that I found before for x plus 4, and I get 3. 3 is my answer. Now, anytime it's asking you for, in this case, the value of a plus b, which is, as we said, the value of x plus y, typically they'll have the value of x as an answer choice, and they'll have the value of y as an answer choice. So the correct answer is probably going to be the sum of 2 other answer choices. So if we look at a and b, 4 plus 3, 7 is not there. If we look at a and c, 4 plus negative 1, c is 3 is there, b, which is your correct answer. If we look at 4 and negative 4, 0 is not there. If we look at 3 and negative 1, 2 is not there. If we look at 3 and negative 4, negative 1 is there. If we look at negative 1 and negative 4, negative 5 is not there. So even if I had no idea how to do this or didn't have time to do it, I would just start adding every combination of answer choices, and at least then it's likely to have a 50-50 shot instead of just guessing a 1 in 4. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has difficulty with linear equations, systems of linear equations, doesn't remember y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 to find the slope. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official SAT or ACT, leave it in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. Click subscribe so you don't miss anything, and check out our 1-minute video on TikTok. Have a great day.